wooden house on the outskirts of a small village in the lush countryside of Jamaica. The house, with its tin roof and brightly painted walls, sat on a small plot of land that held their modest backyard farm. Life for the Gramblings was a continuous hustle, with 8 growing children to feed and clothe. Despite the challenges, the laughter of their children and the love they shared made every struggle worthwhile. Joseph, a tall man with kind eyes and hands hardened from years of labor, recently took up a job offer in Cuba. The pay wasn't great, but it was something, enough to help make ends meet. As a farmer, Joseph was used to long days in the sun, tending to crops and livestock. The opportunity to work on a farm in Cuba was a blessing, albeit one that required him to be away from his family for long stretches of time. Malvina, his wife, was left to manage their home and the few animals they kept in the backyard, a strong, resourceful woman with a warm smile and a heart full of love. She spent her days caring for their children, cooking, cleaning, and tending to their small collection of chickens, pigs, and goats. Her hands, though small, were always busy, whether milking the goats at dawn or gathering eggs from the henhouse. One sunny afternoon, as Malvina was hanging clothes on the line to dry, she noticed an unfamiliar goat standing at the edge of her yard. The goat had a soft mustard-like brown coat, with a distinctive dark spot on its side, shaped almost like a crescent moon. It watched her curiously, chewing on some leaves it had found nearby. Malvina paused, her hands on her hips, and tilted her head. She had seen many goats in her life, but this one was different. There was a calmness in its eyes that seemed almost human. The goat didn't belong to her or any of her neighbors. It was a mystery where it had come from, yet it seemed comfortable and at ease, as if it had found its way home. She approached the goat slowly, her voice gentle. "Hello there, little one. Where did you come from?" The goat didn't move, merely continued chewing and watched her with its deep brown eyes. As she reached out to touch the goat, it suddenly stopped chewing and swallowed hard. Malvina stepped back, a bit startled. The goat then began to regurgitate, its mouth opening wide, as if it were about to cough. To Malvina's amazement, instead of food or cud, a large shiny gold medallion fell to the ground, landing with a soft thud in the dirt. Malvina gasped, her eyes wide with disbelief. She knelt down, picked up the medallion, and turned it over in her hands. It was heavy and beautifully crafted, with intricate designs carved into its surface. She had never seen anything like it before. With her heart racing, Malvina wrapped the medallion in her apron and ran into the house, calling out to her eldest daughter, Celia. "Celia, come quick! You won't believe what just happened." Celia, a tall girl with her father's eyes and her mother's mannerisms, came rushing out of the kitchen, where she had been helping her younger siblings with their homework. "What is it, Mama?" she asked, breathless. Malvina unwrapped the medallion and held it up for Celia to see. "This goat, it appeared in the yard and gave me this." Celia's eyes widened. "Mama, that's gold, real gold. What are we going to do?" Malvina took a deep breath, her mind racing with possibilities. "First, we keep this to ourselves. We don't know where that goat came from or if it will come back. But this could change everything for us. The days that followed were filled with a sense of anticipation. Malvina kept a close eye on the goat, which seemed content to stay in their yard, grazing on the grass and nibbling at the leaves of the bushes. She wondered if the goat would produce more medallions, but it never did. It simply roamed about, as ordinary as any other goat, except for the extraordinary gift it had given. When Joe from Cuba, 4 weeks later, Malvina could hardly contain her excitement. She met him at the door, the medallion hidden safely in her apron pocket. After he had a chance to wash up and eat, she led him out to the porch, where they sat on the old rocking chairs they'd had since they were first married. "Joseph," she began, her voice trembling slightly, "something incredible happened while you were away." She pulled the medallion from her pocket and handed it to him. Joseph's eyes widened as he examined the gold medallion. "Where did you get this?" he asked, his voice filled with awe. Malvina smiled, the memory of the goat's arrival still fresh in her mind. "A goat came into our yard, a strange one with a dark spot on its side. It regurgitated this right in front of me." Joseph shook his head in disbelief. "You're saying this came from a goat?" Malvina nodded. "I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. I thought maybe we could sell it, use the money to make life a bit easier for us and the children." They decided to keep their discovery a secret from everyone, even their children. Well, the other 7 children. With great caution, Joseph took the medallion to a jeweler in a nearby town, who confirmed it was indeed solid gold and paid them a competitive amount for it. With the money from the medallion, Joseph and Malvina were able to buy land for each of their 8 children, ensuring they would have a secure future. They also made improvements to their own home and farm, allowing them to live more comfortably than they had ever had before. Though the goat never produced another medallion, it became a beloved member of their household, a reminder of the miracle that had transformed their lives. The Gramblings were grateful for their blessings, knowing that sometimes, in the most unexpected ways, fortune can find its way into even the humblest of homes. And so Joseph and Malvina lived out the rest of their days in peace and contentment, surrounded by the love of their children and grandchildren, always remembering the day when a strange, tan-colored goat wandered into their yard and brought them a gift beyond their wildest dreams. Everyone, thank you for listening. And remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks a million, and stay safe wherever you are. From Enchanting Nubianette.